Hi everyone, Miss Kelly here again. Hope everybody is having a good spring break so far. We've got lots of fun things planned for you this week. We are starting off today with planting some seeds. Okay, we're going to plant some bean seeds here today. Okay, I have two different ways we are going to do that. Okay. Kits are available at the library. Still, if you've not picked yours up, you still have a chance to do that. They include a little seed starter, as well as some seeds, and some soil, and a little soil cup. Okay. So that's what we're doing today. We have all kinds of other fun stuff planned. Tomorrow we are going to be painting some bunny banks. Okay. That kit does come with a free book in honor of Financial Wellness Month. So if you have not signed up for that and are interested, I believe there are still a few spaces left for that. Friday we are making pet toys. Okay. There's some room for that. And then we are also doing our first story time in the park on Thursday. So yay for that. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you guys in person for story time at the park. It is geared toward toddlers, preschoolers, and no registration is required. It's going to be at the pavilion down at Burke Park. Okay? So like I said, today we are going to be planting bean seeds. And you should have your soil, your little planting cup, a little seed starter disc, and your seeds. Okay. If you are missing anything, please let me know. There are also kits that can still be picked up if you are still interested in doing that and viewing this later. This video will still remain on our Facebook and will also be posted to our YouTube page as well. Okay. All right, so we're ready to get started with doing a little planting. Okay. First, we're going to think a little bit about what our seeds need. Okay. They need soil, right, that has the nutrients they need to grow. They need water, right? And we've got some water here. It's probably a good idea to grab a cup of water before we get started because we are going to be using some water in our planting process. Okay, so it'd be a good idea to grab a cup of water. If you do happen to have an empty egg carton, I am going to show you something you can do with that. Okay. If you do not have an empty egg carton, no big deal. You can just save your next egg carton. Okay. And do that part later on. Okay. So the plants need soil, they need water, and they need sunlight. All right. Plants make their food through a process called photosynthesis. Okay. And that requires sunlight. Okay. So after we plant our beans, don't forget to put them in some sunlight. Okay? All right. We're ready to get started? Here we go. All right. First thing we're going to do is we are going to put about half of your dirt in your soil cup. Okay? All right. Half your dirt in the soil cup. Okay. Then we are going to take one of our little seeds and put it right in the middle of our soil. Okay. Then we are going to top it off with some more dirt, with the rest of our dirt. Okay. Now once your seeds start growing a little bit, they may need a little bigger growing environment. Okay. So if you have a spot in your yard that you can transfer them eventually, that would work, or maybe a bigger planting pot. Okay. All right, so I've got my seed here, and it's right in the middle of the soil in our soil cup. Okay. Then I'm going to water it. Okay, get the soil all moist. And you'll see that your soil kind of goes down a little bit. Okay. You just want to make sure that your bean seed is nice and watered. Okay. And then you can even make this into a little greenhouse type thing. Okay. And you can do that by placing a cup like this upside down over the top of your planting cup. All right, and that helps keep some of the heat and moisture in, okay, which helps your plant grow. Okay, that's kind of like a greenhouse, okay, because the sun comes in to the cup and keeps it warm. Okay? All right. So our next little planting project is going to involve our egg carton. Okay. Now, if you have multiple kids doing this project together, you will just need one egg carton. Okay. Like I said, this is always something you can do later on if you do not have an egg carton handy. Okay. It was just a last-minute idea that I wanted to show you all. Okay. All right. This here is a little seed starter disc. Okay. I did not know how to use these discs until I was getting ready for this project. Okay. They are a way to get plants started inside without really doing much with soil. Okay. They kind of provide a little pre-made chunk of soil that you can start your seed in. Okay. But first, you're going to need it wet. Okay. So you're going to put it in your water. Okay. And you'll see once it gets wet, it is going to expand. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get taller in particular. Okay. And you'll see once it's absorbing the water, it's getting bigger. Okay. Now, it does take a minute for it to absorb, but you'll see that it is getting taller and taller. Okay. And it needs to get taller so that way it has room for your plant to grow roots. Okay. All right. Now, once it starts absorbing a little bit, you'll see that there is a little piece of almost like fabric around it. You're going to take that off. Okay. And you're going to put it back in the water. Okay. Okay. Now you're going to stick it into your egg carton. Okay. It's still going to get taller once it is out of the water. Okay. We want it to absorb the water and expand, but we don't want it to kind of dissolve in the water either, because then we wouldn't have any dirt to grow our seeds. Okay. So once our little seed starter is kind of expanding and is feeling kind of soft, okay, you can take your seed and stick it right in the middle of your seed starter. Okay. If you want, you can put more dirt on top of it if you like. Okay. You could even use your seed starter in your little planting cup and just surround it with dirt. That's what I did with this one that I planted a couple days ago. Okay. But the main idea is as long as your seed has lots of soil, lots of sunshine, and water, it's going to grow. Okay. All right, if you have any questions about this project, please let me know. I'd be happy to kind of do whatever I can to help you out. I don't necessarily have the greenest of thumbs, but I will answer what I can. And I appreciate you guys joining me today. Like I said, we have all kinds of other fun spring break programs going on. So if you'd like to do the bunny bank or the pet toy, please sign up through our website or by giving us a call. Okay. We are on curbside service only at the moment, but we'd be happy to do a curbside pickup of a kit for any of these programs. Okay. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.